Thank you for joining us this morning for the official launching of the AYAM NANAS by AQINA Farm. My name is Idan Ma'at, nice to meet you, and I will be your master of ceremony for today. Today we've gathered here to witness the introduction of AYAM NANAS to the Malaysian market, which provides a more nutritional, healthier, safer and more delicious chicken for Malaysians to consume. AYAM NANAS chickens are supplemented with probiotic enzyme extracted originally from fermented MD2 pineapple. A very, very good solution for our environment. At this stage, I would like to formally welcome and invite Mr. Wesley Tan, Group Executive Director of AQINA Farm, to deliver his welcoming remarks. Please welcome Mr. Wesley.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the launching of AYAM NANAS. First of all, I will do some introduction on the poultry industry in Malaysia. This industry is the most efficient producer of protein for human consumption. Poultry has become, and it is, the popular substitute for beef and other type of meat. Thus, we AQINA believe that it's important to raise a better standard poultry. Today, I want to let you know the objective of this AYAM NANAS project. Why? There will be three perspectives, which are for the environment, for the consumer, and also for the farmer. I'll talk about the environment. AYAM NANAS is a product which improving in terms of the sustainability in the supply chain of pineapple farming and also poultry farming. We have integrated the pineapple farming and chicken farming under one roof in AQINA. By turning of our chicken dung waste, production waste, into the fertilizer, as well as pineapple into the feed supplement enzyme, we had successfully reduced the impact on the environment. Our farmer has also realized that the environment in their farm become much better, cleaner, better air quality, less fly, less odor, and easier to manage. It is the clear objective that we would like to come out with a better solution on solving our production waste, which are the chicken manure. For the consumer, a better choice. Safer, tastier, and more affordable. Pineapple contains an enzyme called bromelain. This enzyme allows the chicken to have a healthier gut to grow better. Our chicken is all fed with the pineapple enzyme. Pineapple chicken is lower in fat, lower in cholesterol, and most importantly, we ensure that it is antibiotic residue free and growth hormone free. This is our commitment to you. To enhance the overall health and growth of our chicken, we take good care of them and giving them the pineapple enzyme from which produced from our own farm. The introduction of pineapple chicken aims to fill in the gap, a gap in the local region where safe and quality chicken can be purchased in an affordable price. This product carves out a niche in a highly competitive market, which is the poultry. At the same time, the intention is to introduce our company vision and mission. Our mission is to providing a healthier meat choice that can delight the whole family. AQINA Farm has successfully obtained MyGap and MyOrganic certification throughout the years of hard works. Last year, we managed to launch the first organic kampong chicken, which we wish to promote a healthier lifestyle to our consumer. AQINA is also, at this moment, one and only exporter for organic kampong chicken in Malaysia. The consumer health is our concern. AQINA will continue to serve you with the antibiotic residue-free chicken where it can be purchased in an affordable price. For the farmer, to illustrate that, we could use MyGap as a benchmark for quality farming practice. Over the years, we have observed that conventional farmers are facing difficulty to transform themselves into a MyGap qualified farms. This is largely due to the high cost of converting the chicken farm into closed house, as well as to upgrade on the facilities. We're not just providing the sharing of the know-how or how to rear all this chicken, but also we hope to become a facilitator which collaborate with the bank to help the farmer to get a good financing for their upgrade on their farm. And I would like to thanks with the farmer who believe in AQINA and believe in themselves to produce and provide the healthier choice for the consumer. Last but not least, I would like to thank to UMP. In this project, we are not alone. Throughout the whole project, we have got a lot of support from our technical and research partner, UMP. Thank you. As well as Ministry of Agriculture for the tremendous support. It wasn't easy, but we had done it. Last but now, I would like to end my speeches, and thank you so much for attending the event. Thank you.
I will be talking about the birds, the poultry that we are rearing, in the angle of the health of the bird. I'm very sure that all of you would like to know that the birds are being reared are pretty healthy, their welfare taken care of, and we are responsible for rearing them, and we have to make sure that they are given adequate veterinary attention throughout their rearing period till the time they are going to the slaughterhouse. Okay, firstly, I would like to welcome to all of you to our AQINA Farm official AYAM NANAS launch 2019 at Giant Hypermarket, Kota Damansara, Petaling Jaya, Selangor. This morning, I shall deliberate a very pertinent and important aspect of poultry rearing practice, that is the poultry flock health management in growing our AYAM NANAS. Yeah? So managing poultry, we don't look at the bird as a bird, but we look at it as a group, because basically we are rearing in hundreds of thousands of birds. So we have to look at the health of the bird in looking at the whole group to make sure that all the birds are reared in healthy condition and their welfare taken care of. So the objective of the poultry flock health management is to ensure that poultry reared are in good health, free of diseases, do not suffer any distress or injury, and the animal welfare fully observed. Now, there are 6 principles in our poultry health management. That is the general veterinary inspection, post-mortem examination, samples for laboratory diagnosis, use of animal health product, vaccination, and monitoring of salmonella. So at our AYAM NANAS launching this morning, I would like to briefly deliberate the sixth principle, and this is to enlighten our guests how we look after the health of our poultry flock at our AQINA Farm. Now, for general veterinary inspection, this is the veterinary inspection undertaken at least once a week, and we look at the following important criteria. We look at the condition of the farm, we look at the animal husbandry management, we inspect the biosecurity protocol, poultry houses and infrastructure, and also we look out for clinical sign of diseases. So the veterinary inspection is very important. It gives us the telltale signs of indication of early signs of distress, early signs of diseases if there are, and for us to take early action. Yeah. And if there are any animals that may are sick, we do postmortem to find out what is the cause of disease and how to do the correction. And if need be, samples are taken and sent to the laboratory. So quite similar to us, that when we go to the hospital or we go to the clinic, the doctors do take samples and send to the lab to find out what is the health issue. And from there on, we do the necessary corrective action and so on. Besides the routine disease inspection, health monitoring, and observing that the farm is in good operating condition, we also, in the feeding program, we ensure that there are adequate, we ensure that the poultry obtain balanced diet, and they are in their feed, we add on the approved minerals and vitamins to ensure that their nutrition is balanced. And more importantly, throughout the growing period of the chicken, we have a vaccination program. So quite similar in the human too, they have a vaccination. So in the poultry too, we have vaccination. So vaccination is just to prevent animals coming down with diseases. And basically there are a couple of important viral diseases like Newcastle, bursal diseases and bronchitis. So the birds are vaccinated, and throughout the growing period of the birds, before they are catch for harvesting, they are protected from the viral diseases. So as the saying goes, it is wise to prevent a disease rather than to treat. So prevention is very much cheaper, and also it also prevents the bird to go through the difficulty and the hardship of suffering a disease. Yeah. And lastly and most importantly, at the farm we monitor the Salmonella bacteria. Now every cycle of the poultry flock are monitored for Salmonella, and Salmonella is a very important bacteria for food safety. So this is ensure that our flock are healthy, and to ensure that the food that our consumer consume is safe for consumption. And my speech is rather short. So in conclusion, good poultry flock health management in our AYAM NANAS production ensures poultry rat are healthy and the animal welfare is observed. Thank you very much. Thank you for coming.
First of all, thank you very much to AQINA for inviting me for this quite a unique program we have this morning. It's the official launch of the AYAM NANAS. Nanas ke nanas? Nanas. I think it's quite an important program for this morning, which is, before I dwell into the specifics, generally the poultry industry is quite a huge industry. It's almost worth about 20 billion, big, huge business. And the SSL for poultry is about 104%. That means we do export our products to Singapore mainly, in terms of live birds and so on. We also export eggs up to 16% more than what we consume to Singapore. So the industry itself is very huge and important, contributes to the economy of the country and also employment opportunities, and of course the government gets tax from all this industry. And going further, there's important industry is process products which are processed in the form of processed form, like nuggets, chicken nuggets, patty, and so on. And that's also becoming a huge industry, nearly about maybe a 500 million to $1 billion industry. So the whole value chain in the chicken industry is huge, huge. And having said that, we need to structure and improve the industry to bring it up to the international standards. We are moving, as Dr. Gula mentioned, about animal health, animal welfare. These are important components in terms of trying to improve the industry to better cater for the requirement in terms of health, welfare of the chicken first, and of course, the food safety for people who are consuming this food. And in that respect, the industry is going through a bit of transformation. We're trying to, from farming practices, just now Mr. Wesley mentioned about MyGap. MyGap is a certification program where we require farms to move up their standards in terms of farming practices so that they can be certified as achieving the minimum standards in farming practices with the award of MyGap. And this MyGap means good animal, good agriculture practices. And this is important, and more farms are being already moving towards MyGap, and that gives an assurance in terms of producing chicken in the right manner. So I congratulate Mr. Wesley Tan for already having MyGap, which is actually certified from the Department of Veterinary Services. And then he has moved on to MyOrganic. MyOrganic is a bit more advanced in trying to not use antibiotics and so on. And this is of big concern, whether in Malaysia or internationally, nationally, regionally. Antimicrobial resistance is a big issue. And how we're going to reduce the use of antimicrobial use in the farming community, especially in the use of in chicken. Because there's always this concern about antibiotics being used, abused, and so on, and that creates a resistance problem in humans who consume such meat. And this is why it's very, very important that we control the abuse of antimicrobial. In fact, the department, for example, since January this year, has banned the use of colistin as an antimicrobial growth promoter, and this has been removed from use in the feed for chicken. And next year, in January, 5 more antimicrobial growth promoters will be removed from use in the chicken industry. And these are efforts from the government to ensure that less and less use of antimicrobials in the feed, especially for the use in terms of for growth promotion and so on. So in line with that, I think I congratulate AQINA, who has moved forward in this aspect of how to reduce the use of antimicrobial. That's precisely what they have done, and I congratulate, give a big applause to AQINA Farm. They have used in collaboration with UMPT, they have collaborated to come up with the probiotic enzyme, which can then be added on to the water, the drinking water, and the chicken takes up this enzyme, and so it strengthens the immune system, so there's no necessity for the use of antimicrobials as a growth promoter. And it's fantastic, and this is something which we really look forward, and we really encourage the industries to do alternative ways of reducing the use of antibiotics. Instead of using antimicrobials for growth promoter, can we use probiotics, other enzymes, and so on? And this is what AQINA has done, and it's fantastic. So I really appreciate and thank all those people who are involved in developing these enzymes, UMPT, in collaboration with AQINA, who has done a great, marvelous job in producing this probiotic enzyme, which in turn reduces the use of antimicrobial. It's fantastic. But just on the industry itself, village chicken, he also mentioned about village chicken. I would like to touch on the prospects of village chicken. In fact, it is growing industry. The CAGR on ayam kampung is at about 10% growth rate. It means more and more people are going to consuming village chicken, ayam kampung. Here again, we like to address the issue about what is ayam kampung. Actually, there seems to be a bit of confusion in terms of what exactly is ayam kampung. We have broilers, we have coloured birds, we have then ayam kampung asli. But those are different categories and classes. So the department is now working out a proper certification system to be established to differentiate between a broiler, coloured bird, and ayam kampung asli. Each of these categories are different, so that the consumers will then understand and become aware what product they're buying and the price they're going to pay for these products. Because if we're going to rear ayam kampung asli, it may take up to about 90 days, 100 days. Coloured birds, you may rear for 60 days, 70 days. So it's all different. And so the pricing should be based according to the rearing period. So this is where we like to do the certification, is in the process. In fact, currently we are working on this certification, and there will be another certification which will be required to differentiate between the broilers, the coloured birds, and then ayam kampung, so that the consumers then will know which they want to buy, and they are prepared to pay for the product they would like to consume or purchase. So these are the efforts the department is moving towards, so that there is some, what should I say, some clear product segmentation in terms of product differentiation for the consumers. And at the moment we have nearly about 2,500 village chicken farmers, and it's growing. It's about 10% now, and it's valued nearly, there's about 10 million birds being produced in a year, which is about 154 million or something like that. So it's a big business, and it is about 23% of the total poultry industry. That means ayam kampung has got its market and contributes about 23%. So in relation to that, the use of this kind of products from probiotic enzyme, which is proven as an alternative in terms of, instead of using antimicrobials, we can use enzymes to feed these chickens, so that we don't need antimicrobials for their growth promotion. So AYAM NANAS has been successfully developed on that principle. In fact, like Mr. Wesley Tan mentioned, he has created a very good ecosystem. He's got a pineapple farm, which is about 200 acres, and the chicken dung can then be used to fertilize the pineapples, and then the pineapples can be used to produce enzyme. And this is what we are talking about, the circular economy. In fact, the world is talking about circular economy. That means we do not want to waste. Whatever can be used has to be reused to produce food, instead of going to waste. And a lot of countries in Denmark and so on are moving in this direction, what we call circular economy. So AQINA is already moving towards that, and I'd like to congratulate Mr. Wesley Tan and his group for doing this initiative. And we encourage all these other farms also to get into this full value chain, where you use whatever byproduct and not sending it out and becoming an issue, like dumping of this chicken dung, which could cause a lot of problems in terms of smell and flies and so on. So well done, Mr. Wesley Tan, AQINA Group, AQINA Farm, and thank you for inviting me. I hope this product will gain traction in the market. I'm sure will have his followers, I'm sure, because then you can say it's antibiotic free. And I was told it's selling at about 8 ringgit 90 cents per kilo. Of course, there has to be a price differentiation because there's additional effort being done to not use the antimicrobials in the feeding system. So I hope we'll all gain from today's program, and wish all well and all the best to AQINA Farm. And so with that, Lafaz Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, I would like to launch AYAM NANAS 2019. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Give a big smile to the photographers and the media. Oh, one more. Okay, open the document. Yes. Yes, please give a big round of applause. All right. Okay, thank you. Congratulations to AQINA Farm and UMP Technology. Okay, we can begin the exchange of the official certification of partnerships between AQINA Farm and JCH. Yes, please give a big round of applause. Now we have an award to be given to the Giant, what we call as the best seller in Giant Award. Okay, so we have 3 branch of Giants that we will give the best performance award. Okay, so we have 3 branches of Giant today, and they will receive certificates and also complimentary Giant voucher worth 300 ringgit each, stored by AQINA Farm. So I would like to call upon the representative from Giant Bukit Tinggi Klang to come on stage. Please give a big applause. Giant Bukit Tinggi Klang. Yes. Okay, look at the camera. Please give a big applause. Okay, thank you so much. Now, I would like to call upon representative from Giant Ulu Klang. Do you have a representative? Yes. Perfect. So they will receive a certificate and also complimentary Giant voucher worth 300 ringgit by AQINA Farm. Thank you so much. And we have another one more. Can I have representative from Giant Batu Cave? Yes, Giant Batu Cave. Thank you so much. Okay, Yang Bahagia Datuk, can you please remain on stage with Mr. Steve Wong? We have an official ribbon cutting ceremony. Now, with that, I would like to invite Yang Mulia Tunku Khairul Zaim bin Tunku Nakiuddin, Royal Household of Negeri Sembilan, to come on stage. And also, I would like to invite Mr. Wesley Tan, Group Executive Director of AQINA Farm, Dr. Muhammad Shuhaiza Muhammad Zain, Dr. Nur Aina Shafini Muhammad Razi, Dr. Gulam Shah Faizal, Ms. Anissa Ali from Matre, to come on stage for the official ribbon cutting ceremony. Can I have Dr. Syed Muhammad as well? Okay. Alright, so this is the official ribbon cutting ceremony to launch the official AYAM NANAS 2019. Yes, Datuk Sri as well. Can you please join them for the official ribbon cutting? Do I have to move somewhere? Hold on. Please. Hold on, yeah? Okay. Much better. Okay, in the count of 3. 1 and 2 and 3. The launching of official launching AYAM NANAS 2019 by AQINA Farm. Can you guys take a group photo? Yes, please take a group photo. This is the big iconic moment for AQINA Farm as well as to the UMPT, the official launching of AYAM NANAS 2019. Yes, please give a big round of applause.
It's growing at about 10% because, of course, the consumption is going up, whether it's ayam kampung or even the broilers. So at the moment, let's say we are consuming about 2 million birds per day, in fact. And we are one of the highest in the world in terms of per capita consumption of chicken. The ayam kampung component is about 23%. That means it's also growing. It's a lot of what do you call? There's some preferences moving towards ayam kampung. That's the trend we are seeing now.
Second question. Don't be shy.
Okay, Ronnie from Cyber Haki. The question is for YC.
Where you from?
Okay. Introduce already. Can you tell us what's the difference between your chicken and the normal chicken?
First of all, thank you for the question. I think a lot of people are curious about it, but once they try it, they feel the difference. Okay, a lot of consumer come back to us that, hey, may I ask why your chicken tastes differently? It tastes sweeter and more tender, and we believe that we are still collaborating with the UMP to find out the real mechanism on that why. But I would suggest on the possibilities maybe come from the enzyme. The enzyme certainly will make the chicken taste differently. Is that good enough for the answer?
Yeah, next question is how many AQINA Farm do you have?
Currently, we have 16 farms under our own companies. But for the AYAM NANAS project is we engaging with the small farmers. So all these farmers, their sizing is about 10 to 20,000. So we want to encourage this kind of farmer because we also want to develop and helping them to develop this better probiotic method to grow the chicken.
Do you have any plan to export to other countries as well?
Yes, currently we are the one of the organic kampung chicken exporter in Malaysia. We are speaking also to dairy farms to export the AYAM NANAS to Singapore as well.
How many percent that's for export?
Well, it will depend on the consumption and all of our farm. We can plan on that. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
Hi, I'm Shazni from Malaysian Reserve. My question is to Mr. Wesley Tan. Could you share, in the release it was mentioned in the coming years AQINA Group will continue to expand and invest in its poultry processing and producing, including breeding of AYAM NANAS, and be an innovative provider of healthier meat choices to consumers across Malaysia, Singapore and the rest of ASEAN. Could you share in terms of the CapEx allocation for that? And do you have a target? How many sales are you projecting to have this product probably in the next few years?
Thank you for your question. Currently, we are expanding on our slaughtering plant, and this upcoming slaughtering plant is going to worth close to 30 million. And this plant is going to be one of the modern, having the modern technology that is from the global. We will be having an 8,000 line, which is equivalent to a shift of 64,000 chicken a day. If you're running on 2 shifts, that's gonna be close to 100,000. We are currently selling in a few hypermarkets, which includes Giant. Giant is the first who launched AYAM NANAS. Very thanks to them, and also we're selling in Jaya Grocer, Village Grocer, Aeon, and as well as the mini markets like Marsly, Deluxe Cycle, So these are all our retailing channel. Upcoming AQINA will work on very well with the retailing channel to establish all this network to let the consumer to have the conveniences to get the healthy and affordable chicken.
Just to confirm, so your total CapEx allocation for this initiative and also your target sales is how many?
My vision is to reach up to the 30% of the market share in Malaysia.
And also, how do you see the outlook of the poultry industry for the rest of the year? Because having Malaysia has one of the biggest, almost every Malaysian likes to eat chicken. So how do you see the industry value of having this innovation towards the industry moving forward?
I can see that the value is infinities. As I see this industry as very potential because of our companies having this brand on the halal certification. We work very closely with the Middle East buyer. Currently, we are exporting our MD2 pineapple to several of Middle East countries, which included Egypt, Dubai, Saudi Arabia, as well as on the Northern Europe, such as Turkey. Besides from that, we are also exporting in the Asian country, which is Japan, Korea, and as well as China. So we see that this halal market is big enough for us to justify that the value of this industry in Malaysia.
My question next is to Dr. Kwaza. How do you see the poultry industry in Malaysia moving forward for the year? You mentioned in your speech about this poultry industry transformation. Could you elaborate further on that?
Thank you. I can't.
Oh, the question. Okay.
Second question.
Second question is in your speech you mentioned something about the poultry industry transformation in Malaysia. So could you elaborate further on that?
Okay. In terms of growth, I mentioned it's growing at least about 10% moving forward, and there's what I can mention here is there's enough chicken for the demand which is there, and of course we are already exporting around about 4% in excess. We are exporting to Singapore. With respect to what we call transformation, what we want is more and more farms move into closed house system, and that will come together with getting the right what we call land use title and so on in terms of farming and so on. So all this is being sorted out with the state governments so that syarat tanah land use requirement is being coordinated so that they can farm and invest on higher technology and automation. That's how it's going to be transformed. So there'll be less workers, but more systems will be in place, closed house systems and higher productivity and so on. So that's how we are trying to push the industry towards, instead of the old traditional system of closed, open house and which can be polluting.